Hi, I'm Alex Hillkurtz, watercolor painter and storyboard artist. Today I'm going to show you how to create a thumbnail sketch. This is a small, simple drawing that tells us a lot about our subject. If you want to learn more about me and my process, check out the link to my Domestika course in the description below. I always carry a simple little sketchbook. This has toned paper in it. It's nothing precious, it's nothing expensive. There's no pressure. If I make a mistake, it doesn't matter. I'm not ruining anything. This I've filled with some rough thumbnail sketches that I've done of various views before I've gone to paint a larger painting. You can see I'm working out perspective. I'm thinking about light and shadow. Here's a view in Amsterdam of some canals and bridges. So you can see that these are quickly done. They're just black and white, but they tell me a lot of information. One of the things that I think is really important is to avoid what I call mission creep. If you've ever sat down with a sketchbook or a pad of paper and you start to draw some nice detail and then you think, oh, well, this roof line is nice over here, this looks great. Oh, maybe there's a building next to it that's really kind of cool. And suddenly you don't have enough paper to complete your drawing and things are ruined and it's frustrating. By doing a thumbnail, you've already done kind of a trial run. You know the boundaries of what you're gonna do. You know you're not gonna paint the whole world, you're not gonna paint the whole street, you're painting this one subject. It helps you think about the form, the shape, the light. All these things tell you so much information in a very quick amount of time. When you go to paint a little bit larger on maybe a nicer piece of paper, you've already worked out so many of the practicalities. I will show you how I go about doing this. Let's just find a blank page. This is the subject that I'm gonna paint. I just like to jump right in with a pen. This is a quick way to just depict the basic shapes of our subject. The idea is to keep your pen moving. Just move around the page. Keep everything going. These are the awnings that I've got. This roof line up here. There's windows. There's some nice there's curvature on this face that's pretty interesting. I want to make sure that that flattens out as it gets toward the bottom. We're going to use artistic license. We're going to put a nice cafe here with a beautiful red awning and some people having lunch because we can. And maybe the street does this. We've got some perspective lines happening. There's a vanishing point over here. There's a vanishing point down here that's actually off the edge of our page, but you can see that these lines are converging. This has given me the basic contours, the basic form of this building. It's basically a cube. But I also love to use this graphite. This is graphite stick. You can use it just like a crayon. Just kind of rub it into my page a little bit, and when you hit it with water, it creates this really nice deep shadow. And this is a simple tool that tells us a lot immediately. I've just got a brush with clean water. Once I hit this with clean water, you see it kind of comes to life a little bit. And quickly I've created some really nice deep shadows. This foreground shadow maybe coming across the street is interesting. And these nice dark awnings that are this really interesting foreground element. Rub this around a little bit. The idea is not to get too detailed. I just want the basic idea of this building. I can throw in a few little windows here, kind of get my head around what's going on, see how many floors there are in this building, where I want this cafe to be. I can use a thicker pen, a Sharpie, for extra dark lines. Maybe these awnings are a little bit darker. And then what I love to do is at the final stage is just to throw a frame around it, just to tell me where the edges of this composition want to be. I can adjust this. I can maybe focus on just the upper peak of the building. I can focus maybe on the cafe. I can do a more vertical. This is your chance to, finalize your framing. I love the whole image like this nice kind of dynamic image. And that's only taken a few minutes, but it tells me so much. It tells me that I've got this great sunlight coming from the left that's illuminating the left side of the building. The right side is going to be plunged into some nice shadows. These foreground awnings are going to be dark foreground elements that again create this depth, these layers of depth, this foreground, midground, background down the street here. I can maybe put in a few little people walking around. I know roughly where my vanishing points are. I know that this employs 2-point perspective. I know how much I'm going to include and what I'm not going to include. I tend to like this size. You can do them much smaller. I wouldn't tend to do them much bigger than this. The idea is just to do a quick black and white sketch that tells you all this information. If at the end of this process or in the middle of this process, you think, you know what, maybe I'm standing in the wrong place. Maybe my composition is not as dynamic as I want it to be. You've only spent a couple minutes. Move across the street, do another one. This is your trial run. This is your, there's no pressure. We're playing, we're exploring, we're trying out different things. We're seeing how this 3-dimensional object is going to translate onto our 2-dimensional page. This is the way to quickly work out all those things that later will really help us make a great painting. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to this channel. And if you want to learn more about me and my process, check out my online course with Domestika.